Recording in progress.
Welcome to the studio, the Tarot Table Studio.
Yeah. We're live back in Coney Island.
We're live.
Which is where the tarot parlor is, right next to the Pizza Hut.
Yeah. God, the lore is really weird.
Yeah.
Because that just means, I think we've said this already, but that means that the Chaotix Detective Agency, which is famously across from the Tarot Pizza Parlor, is also in Coney Island.
Yeah.
Which actually, I do think that tracks. Like, Vector seems like the Coney Island type.
Oh, yeah. You're right, actually.
What little I know of Coney Island, like, it seems like a brand match to me.
You know, and I mean, this makes so much sense now because, like, with Sonic Movie 4 taking place in New York.
Oh my god! We're gonna get an Us cameo.
Okay, but, like, literally, like, they got, Sonic running to New York and meeting Amy. Then they got Sonic in the Tims.
Yeah.
Tims are the New York uniform.
Those Tims are pretty sick, though. I'll say that.
They're nice. I would wear them. Really?
But I'm a boots girl for sure.
You are a boots girl.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I like Tims, but I don't like the color.
Okay, well that's fair enough. They're very light. They're pretty light and earthy for you, famously, a dark colors queen. Yeah,
but like, okay, now I'm just like having this thought of like, Sonic meets Amy up, in upstate New York. She saves his ass and they're like, oh, like, such and such is happening. And she's like, I gotta get you to my base. So they run all the way down to New York, all the way down to Coney Island.
Oh my god.
Past the pier. They go into the shack and she opens the door and she's like, guys, let me in. And they open the door and it's the Chaotix Detective Agency.
Yeah.
Boom.
I thought you were gonna say B and Barry, but Chaotix Detective Agency works too.
We can be there too.
Yeah, it's like the dilapidated tarot pizza shack. This is my base. These are my girls.
These are my ladies.
Anyway, watch out for Sonic 4. Put that on the bingo card.
Yeah. I expect to see a bee and a berry like figure in Sonic 4. We're gonna be in that movie.
That would be Trust. That would be everything. In my
our
headcanon,
impact.
That's what happens. Yeah.
Our impact.
That's what happens in my brain. Anyway, we're here to read the cards for our friend of the pod, Noni.
Yay!
Noni, welcome. Gosh. Have a seat at the table. Don't be afraid. There's nothing to fear. We're friends, and the cosmos is your friend. The cards are your friend.
We are here to provide your guidance. So Noni says, hey, I'm just feeling adrift and a little lost, and waves seem to be on the horizon.
Beautiful.
And this is a 4-card tarot spread.
That's poetry, Noni.
Yeah, that is. I hope that we could just do a nice general 4-card read for you and see what magic there is in store.
I love that. Yeah, this details question that you've given reminds me of like on Tumblr when like the haiku bot comes through and it's like beep boop, found an accidental haiku. You know that? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is an accidental haiku, but it just feels like it would be because it's very pretty, and relatable, and I understand the feeling. And I hope that there's something in here that makes you at least feel seen, if not points you in a direction or tunes you into something going on internally or externally that provides you a buoy or a safe harbor or a lighthouse or some other such thing that anchors you in the metaphor of a wave or an ocean.
Yeah, and listen, we get it. I mean, like, they put mercury in the Gatorade. Like, it's a time. So hope that this can provide some clarity. So B, I believe you're the one doing the pull today.
It's me, Noni. I promise I'll pull good.
B can really pull,
She can. It's true. That's part of the lore.
Yeah, when she pulls those cards.
She's always pulling. Yeah, that's part of it. She just can't stop. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to start shuffling, and we're going to invite the energy of Noni into this parlor, everything that makes him, all the coolest parts of him, all the most creative parts of him, the lost parts of him, the found parts of him. And I'm shuffling through my deck, Strawbz, and I'll invite you to tell me to stop whenever you like for this first card.
I'm channeling Noni through Discord. Okay, stop.
Okay. And now we're going to continue on for card number 2.
Stop.
Okay. Eee, so scary. Oh, God, the energy. Okay. And now for card number 3.
Stop.
Wow, fast. Okay. And for card number 4.
Stop.
Okay. All your cards have been selected. Oh, gosh. Okay, here we go. So, for your first card, which is, of course, the inciting incident or where we find you. Wow. Oh, my God. Your first card is the Hero Pull Travel card.
Ooh.
Which I think is new. The second card, which is your Fortune or Prophecy, is the hero card Queen of Lightning. We've seen her before. We love her always. Rouge the Bat.
Ooh.
Your Obstacle card, the third card, is a Dark Draw 9 of Fire, which I actually think is a new card. But it's the Amy Chow facing down some buzz bombers, I think?
Yeah.
Very cute. And then your destination card is the Hero Pull Ace of Water. How interesting.
Ooh.
How interesting. What a spread. These cards are so fascinating and, of course, as always, gorgeous. And now, hold for synthesis. Oh my gosh, the travel is the first card the first card within this book. How incredible.
Yeah. If anyone was curious, the travel card corresponds to the Fool in like traditional tarot decks. You know, Noni, it's so interesting that you talk about feeling waves on the horizon, because I really do think overall that this spread kind of seems to be about new beginnings. You know, and just there is something new for you on the horizon, you know, especially like with the travel card. Oh my God, like that's I think it's a good card for you.
Oh, yeah.
Considering, you know, what you've been talking about, starting something new or a new experience, and that it says unexplored territory, which I think that could be the start of you just like that. I think you're gonna find a path. Like you will find a path, and it is, you know, again, you're in unexplored territory. But I really do like this card because I think it seems to at least align with what you're looking for, what you've been feeling, and overall, I just think this spread is really, really good.
It's very cool.
Yeah, because then the second card, which is our Queen of Lightning, Miss Rouge, and it's in the hero draw. It's about being discerning. And I will say, for any other listeners who are listening, Noni is a friend of the pod, and so I speak from personal experience when I say that Noni is a very discerning person, and this card just feels so apt. This card is telling you that you can trust your intuition, and that you are able to you're perceptive, you're quick. And yeah, I think I just really like this because I feel like, oh, like I really am seeing you in these cards. And you know that I think that maybe in this new journey, you are probably going to have like some tricky situations where you might just have to go with your gut instinct. And to like use to be discerning about something. Which also then leads to the 9 of Fire in the dark draw. Your obstacle, it seems like, is going to be burnout. and that it might you might feel lost, and maybe that's where you are just like right now, like you're feeling lost, you are still trying to look for the path, but this sentence right here, there's nothing wrong with taking time to recharge, but never lose your ambition. This card is actually telling you that in spite of this obstacle of just feeling tired, like you should keep going, and because you can trust your intuition and your discernment, you know. And then the Ace of Water in the hero draw is that's a nice journey, I think, to like end to, because it's about tranquility, and you will come out of this a like stronger and more perceptive person. You will have, it says, new feelings, new loves, and new ideas. And I think this journey it seems like this journey is going to be about your internal growth and, you know, nurturing yourself and, you know, finding the joy in new experiences and how that can enrich you. So I love this spread. I love this spread for you, but I am obsessed with the hope and energy that like it just inspires, you know. It's actually really good energy.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like hope, energy are great words, and inspire is a great word for the spread. Like the perspective that it brings to where you feel, like feels like a way to reframe where you feel like you're at in a way that doesn't deny or detract from the feeling of being adrift or lost. It just sort of asks you to reframe that, you know, state of being and look at it in a different way and approach it with a different energy and like find how you can turn that into a strength. And to that end, like I think that I'm seeing, you know, from travel to Queen of Lightning, you know, being adrift and being lost, like being in this space where there's an endless possibility, you know, the world is this great expanse of ocean. That is when everything is most in your power to choose what you want to do, where you want to go, what interests you to pursue. You are in this vast open expanse, so it's up to you, you know, this Fortune, this Queen of Lightning card, to decide, to find, to look and see and perceive, and then take hold of what you'd like to take hold of and act on that. And also in this way, the Travel card and the Fool card in and of itself encourages us to act and see the world and where we're at with using a perspective that is fresh and youthful and energized. And so I think that's also a part of your prophecy, is to sort of tap into maybe like, you know, tap into a more youthful or younger or fresher perspective if you can, and think about like, I don't know if inner child work is helpful, or think about like what the inner Noni wants, think about what inner Noni wants to pursue, and look around, find that, grab that, act on that. And then for the second, this like last third of the spread, I think the really important journey, which Strawbz very aptly pointed out, is the journey of the suits, which is from lightning to fire to water. Again, lightning in your tool is the ability to look around in this sense of adriftness, decide for yourself how you are going to approach this time in your life and act on it. That's decision, that's intuition, that's discernment, as Strawbz said. Fire in your obstacle is literally burnout. It's about passion not being there. It's about burning too bright and then again fizzling out. In that way, it's probably warning you against, you know, that you're feeling exhausted, or you're feeling like you can't tap into that inner passion or inner fire, which is again what, you know, the Travel card reminds us of, is to find that inner youthful excitement or flame. Other words just real quick that I think stand out from the obstacle card, the fire card: tapped out, tired, exhausted, but don't give up. I think that's also apt in this metaphor that you've drawn for us of being adrift and lost. Don't give up. Keep swimming. And then
Yeah.
moving into this water card, which is about emotion and being in tune with your inner self, with your emotional life, with the things that are under the surface of your emotionality, and what that enables us to do, specifically in the Ace of Water card, which is to perceive so much more. And so I think that's an incredible destination for you, is to, look at this space where you're at, feel adrift, feel lost, decide what you would like to do, try and find that energy, that rekindle that fire, get through it, and come out on the other side of the wave, or dive in, or do whatever you would decide to do to handle this, sense of being lost, and come out on the other side with the ability to perceive so much more about yourself and where you are and what you can do in this moment, which is so much more than you think you can do. It feels like when there's nothing around you, there is nothing to be done, but actually there is anything and everything to be done when the world is your big expanse. And so I think the journey is encouraging you to perceive so much more than what it feels like right now.
Yeah. This kind of reminds me of I think especially when we are met with difficult circumstances. I remember as a kid I was told, maybe not in the most constructive way or in the most helpful way, but told to maintain positivity. And I think it was just hard to wrap my head around the nuance of that, because at the same time I was very much no, my feelings are my feelings. They are my own. And I think it's I've come to this realization that yes, you should feel, it's important to recognize the struggles and the limitations as they are, but actually maintaining and keeping that sense, I think it's a sense of wonder, and a sense of exploration about the world around you. When you do that, you end up just attracting really wonderful people, and that is actually going to be the thing that can open doors for you, is to maintain excitement and to maintain joy. That is what people want to be around. And so especially when I think about the Ace of Water and just finding peace and tranquility, I think it's just you are so capable. And I really do believe that it's just, you gotta keep going and just find the things that really make your heart sing. And you will be surprised at what doors open.
Totally. I love the word explore, Strawbz. I think this is the explore reading for you, for sure, Noni.
Thank you so much for letting us do this reading for you.
Yeah, that was so fun.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is such a great reading. Thank you so much for supporting us. For anyone else who is listening, if you would like a tarot reading of your own, you can check us out on Ko-Fi. That's ko-fi.com/thebetheberry. And you can order a 2, 3, or 4 card tarot spread reading from us, and we will honor it and do a little reading for you.
Yes, we will.
Yes, this is so fun.
Fun.
This energized me.
Me too. We can do it. We can all do it.
Yes, we can all do it. There's something here, I think, for everyone, and that's the joy about these cards.
Yes,
they're so
correct.
good.
And if not, take what resonates and leave what doesn't, of course.
Leave what doesn't.
Yeah, and we will see you next time here at the Tarot Table Parlor to talk more.
Ciao.